This is your beloved Minister Austin Smith with ZMR Radio on the Wake Up Call. Wake up. Wake up. It's high time. All right, we do always rise, giving all the kabod and the kabod, which is the glory and the honor to the Most High Yah, through his being Yahushua, our Savior, our Redeemer, our Yahusha, the one who sacrificed himself for our sakes, that we might have an opportunity to take on everlasting life. Truly grateful for another chance to be before you all to bring forth his Kodash, which is his separated Dabarim, which is his words, and to be able to impart life unto a dying Tuladah, a dying generation, that we might all receive life through the word. Nonetheless, y'all don't want to be before you long. Get me Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. Listen to the book.
For whatever Nikatah before,
Whatever was
to
written
Lamas,
before was written to limit us, to teach us.
so that through endurance and through the Nakumath of the Ketubim, we might have Tikva.
So everything that was written aforetime was written to give us an ability to be ready for an opportunity, which we talked about last week, being prepared for that when that opportunity comes. I remember something Mr. Bostic said a while ago. He was like, I want to say, if I'm not quoting it wrong, he said something along the lines of the way to get success is when opportunity meets preparation. When preparation and opportunity meet, then you have the ability to be able to take on success. But if you have the opportunity but you don't have the preparation, you're not going to get there. If you got the preparation but you never get the opportunity, you're not going to get there. So now we look at the fact that when that opportunity comes, we need to be prepared to meet it so that we can get success and we can avoid failure. Even when you look at it, you look at the word kata, which they'll call sin. That word is to miss, to fail, to miss the mark. These are things that we have to be mindful of. He's given us, the word sin is kind of an opaque word. It doesn't really give you a clearly defined idea of what it is that you did. But when you look at it, I've missed the mark. I've missed what it is that was set before me. Then I know, okay, I see what it is that I did wrong. If I have to be at a certain point, but I'm not there, I know there's a gap. And I know all I have to do to create success is to do what? Close the gap. That's why we got Yahusha. Yahusha came in to fill that gap for us, to be able to show us what we needed to do to be able to get to that other side so that we can get that success that we all seek. Get me Olive Cuff 4-1.
Therefore, since the Mashiach has suffered for you in the Basar, yes, you are armed also with the same purpose.
So now he's telling us, it really a little bit different than how I had in my mind based off of the King James Version, but the thing is, it fit right in line with what we're saying. He told you that you got, what was the purpose that we have?
Since the Mashiach has suffered for you in the Basar.
Since the Mashiach has suffered for you in the flesh. So the thing is we look at, who did he do it for? He did it for you, not just for me. He did it for you, not just those that came before, but he did it for each and every one of us. He suffered for us in the flesh so that we could do what?
Yes, you are armed also with the same purpose.
So now, that meant that now we all have the same purpose set before us. We all have to fulfill the same thing that he did. So now we look at it and we look at our connection to him. Everything that he had to do, we take on the mindset of understanding. Matter of fact, what he did when he was on the tube, before he gave up the rock, what did he say? He said it was finished. He said it was finished. So he had finished the work that was set before him. So now we look at, what is it that we all have to do? We have to finish the work that he set before. That's why we talk about not sinning, not failing, not missing the mark, because if we sin, then we miss the finish. So now, what is the purpose of me joining this race? What is the purpose of me being given this opportunity to run this race if I'm not going to go all the way to the finish? You might as well stay home. You know what? They got people who go to the marathons, and they have people that are like, you know what? We stayed here for the first person that started, and we stayed here to the last person crossed. You know why? Because the whole purpose was to make sure that if you started, you can finish. That's why he gave us whatsoever things are written aforetime. So that way, when we're going through, and I think we say endurance, but the thing, what it actually talked about was, what the word is patience. That's the word that they have right there. But that's because to be patient is to endure something without failing. That's why we use the word endurance, because that's what it all comes back to. Being able to endure the things that come against us, being able to endure the race that we've all joined to take on the run of. So the thing is if I know that I'm joining a marathon, then I know that it's going to be some times where I'm going to be like, whew, we're not done yet. This thing getting a little rough on me. But I got to know that what I have to do if I'm going to run a marathon. I got to start training and preparing myself for the race that's going to be coming before me. I have to build up my what? Build up my endurance, build up my stamina and my endurance. Because if I don't have the stamina and endurance, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quit. And now, and what am I never gonna reach if I quit?
Finished.
I'm never gonna reach the finish. So if I don't reach the finish, what can I never get? I can never get the prize to sit on the other end. Exactly. That's why, you know what? We might end up going over that 30 minutes now because I feel it. You know what? Even people that tell you, they'll look at the rainbow, you know what they'll tell you? Go all the way follow to the end of the rainbow. Now, you know what? You look at the rainbow, I've never seen a rainbow and looked at it and said, you know what? It looks like I'm close to the end. It always looked like it's so far away. But the thing is you can see the art, so you can tell that it's got an end to it. Yeah. But the thing is there's no magical pot. There's no magical pot of gold. There's no magical leprechaun waiting on the other end. But just to paint the picture of. But the thing is what'll make me follow on and try to get to the end of that rainbow? I'm looking for something on the other side. Right. Now take that and look at something in reality. So now you look at our lives. What's gonna make me keep going and try to endure to the other end? That prize is on the other end. And that's a prize that's better than all the silver and the gold that you could ever get. I'm not looking for no leprechaun. I'm looking to see him in peace. I'm looking to see the Most High Yah in shalom. I'm looking for when he sees me and he gets done and I get done running my race, him to say, well done, my good and Amunah servant. Mm-hmm. The reason why he would call me Tub and Amunah, good and faithful, is because I didn't quit. Right. I endured to the end. Now we look at, who did he tell us about? Yahusha, the man that endured unto the end. So now he's telling us to arm ourselves with that same goal. That's right. Arm ourselves with the same mind. So you know why? That way, just the same way he didn't quit, the same way he had endurance, he's telling me to do the exact same thing. Why? Because he's telling me somebody did it. Right. So if any man can do it, guess what that means? I can do it too. That means you can do it. Mm-hmm. You know why? Yahusha didn't have nothing special. He didn't have nothing different than what you had. Mm-hmm. You know what he had? The writings. He had the writings and he had an understanding of the writings. So now you look at, okay, so what does he do to make us like him? He gives us the writings, and now he's given us men to do what? To give us understanding. He told you, I will give you pastors after my own love, after my own heart, to do what? Feed you with what? Feed you with knowledge and understanding. So now, what's the difference between me and Yahusha? What I'm going to say, oh no, he different because he would have been an Elohim. Okay. Now we've been to Elohim. So now what is it? What are you gonna say that's gonna stop you? What excuse are you gonna make for why you didn't fulfill and going to the end? There's no excuses. He removes your ability to make an excuse for why you ain't do what he told you. Because I've given you everything you needed. I've given you the tools to make sure that when you have the opportunity that you are prepared, so that way you can get success. That way you don't falter, you don't fake. Because I never wanted you to do that. Because Yahusha didn't do that. So now we have to become like him. That's why the kids ain't said to me today, it's okay, it's a little early, it might be a little tired. But the thing is whatsoever things were written aforetime were written to teach us how to be like Yahuah and Yahusha. Try to teach us how to be like people who endured to the end and did not falter, did not faint, and did not quit. Well, come on.
Because he who has suffered in the Basar has ceased from Qatar.
So now he's telling us that in order, you know what he talked about? He that did what?
Who has suffered in the Basar has ceased from Qatar.
He that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. So that means that, guess what? That meant for me to get away from my sin, guess what that's going to be? It's going to be some suffering in my flesh. But now I look at, okay, well, if I know there's going to be some suffering, then what am I going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for some confidence, some consolation, and that's all going to come through the writing. So the thing is I'd be remiss to tell you that it's going to be easy. We were listening to that in the car. I thought it'd be easy, but nobody told me it would be. It's not going to be easy. It is going to be a battle. It is going to be a journey, but you have to find your consolation and your comfort through the word. Your consolation and your comfort can't come through you quitting, because at that point, you're just a failure. You're not just a sinner, you're a failure. That's the big thing for me. I hate missing. I hate not having success, because I hate to have the idea of being a failure. Because I look at it, what is the purpose of you being made and having an ability for you to fail? That's what Yahuah never wanted for us. He never wanted for us to fail. He wanted us to get success, but that's going to come through the writings. Come on.
Right. So that you no longer should kai to the lust of Beni of Anashim.
So now you no longer live to the same lust, to the same things that the other men of the other natural men desire. Because I'm trying to take on a new form. I'm trying to take on the desires. I'm trying to lust for the things of the perfect one. Come on.
But for the Rishon of Elohim, all the Yamim, you are still in the Basar.
So now that's going to mean that as long as I'm living, my race is still going. As long as, they say it's like not a sprint, it's a marathon. Your life continues on to keep going. Life feels short, but realistically, it's long. It feels short when you look back at it, you're like, oh man, the time went by. But think about it, if you've been living right all your life. Think about how that's a marathon. I'm going through some things. This ain't just a short race. This ain't no a lot of races are over pretty quick if you think about it. You do all this preparation, all these things you try to go through. People train for years and lifetimes, all for their one big race. I went through Little League, I done went through AAU, I done went through middle school, high school, and now I'm in collegiate, and now I made it professional. But all of that was only to make me prepared for that real battle, for that real true test. That's the same thing that you go through. Everything that you're going through is only to get you prepared for that true battle. Matter of fact, go ahead, keep reading.
For we have done much as the desire of the Goyim in the early Yamin.
So he's telling us we've had desired the same things as the other people. And that Goyim, that's just the other nations. They say the Gentile, but that's just the other nations. We desired the things of other people. So now he's telling us, don't be like them. That's why he told you, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. So that way you have the same goal and same objective. Because the thing is if we start to become like the other people, then we'll start to desire the things that they desire. So now the prize that we should be desiring, what will we start desiring? We'll start desiring something else. We'll start to desire something temporary. We'll start, you know what? If I tell you, you know what? You run this race, I give you $1 million. Now, the race gonna get hard. It's gonna be some times where you're gonna get off. But you know what some people will do? They'll give up and they'll say, you know what? Yeah, I wanted that $1 million, but instead, you know what they'll give up for? A break. They'll give up for a break. I caught a cramp, so I wanted it, but I caught a cramp, I'm gonna take this one off. Now, if you would have asked them from the start, they would have never told you that break was equivalent to that $1 million. But when it come down to it, based off the things that they gave up for, they have now made that break more valuable than the $1 million. Right. Now, let's take that and look at us. The thing that we are all trying to achieve is eternal life, eternal salvation. But what do we stop for? We stop for lying, lusting, fornication, masturbation, homosexuality, using foul language, not keeping the Shabbat. But if you first asked me from the beginning, I would have never told you that those things were more important than that eternal life. But when it comes down to it, when I'm really put into the battle and I'm having to really work based off of what it is that I'm putting my hope on, what do I say? What do my work show? Do my work show that I want that, or does it show I want this? My work show I want to break, because I don't have that endurance, and that endurance is supposed to come through the word. Get me Beth Malakim, chapter 10 and 18. Truly thankful. Because you know what? My dad asked me something the other week. He called me and my message was on, and sometimes I'll have it planned while I'm doing other stuff. Sometimes I might just sit down and watch it, and a lot of times, though I might be speaking there at one time, sometimes when I go back and listen to it, it'll do something for me too. You know what I mean? I know a lot of preachers that I've talked to, even the preachers that were here, they wouldn't listen to themselves. They'd be like, yeah, I don't like listening to myself. Even my dad, he does not like listening to himself preach. But the thing is I actually get encouragement even out of the stuff that I preach. Because the thing is it made me go back to really reflect on, and really make me even sharpen my iron a little bit more. Because what I realize is when I go back and I hear it, there's no way that I can tell you to do something and then I don't do the same thing that I'm telling you. So now when I go through and I tell you, hey, listen, you can't do this, you know what that do for me? That make me minded even more to realize if I'm telling you what you can't do, I got to make sure that it can't be once named among me, because now I got to hold myself to a higher state. I got to hold myself even more accountable based off the fact of what I'm instructing other people to do. So now that thing come in and sharpen me even more. So now I look at it's not just something that I'm saying. I got to really make sure that I'm living and I'm believing and living based off of those words. Because this is a word of life. Words of life are being brought forth. So I got to make sure. And the thing is preacher has said something even on Wednesday. And the thing is that it really begins to make me really value the work even more. You look at it, I look at it like this. It's something that, preaching is something that I wanted to do all my life, but when you really look at what's been entrusted with your hands, it removes you from that excitement, and now you look at it for the fact of how great the work is. Now, I do take value in knowing that, it's because it's such a great work, the fact that the man will put that work in your hands, that's something that you ought to be proud of, but also at the same time, you ought to be very cautious of, because you got to know that you can't mishandle this thing. You got to make sure that if I have words of life in my hands, If I give it to you and I give it to you wrong, then it's of no value for you because now you're not going to be prepared for the opportunity. So now when opportunity comes, you're going to get failure based off of me. So now I got to make sure that I'm minded and make sure that I use the word properly so that way you can be minded, so that we can all achieve the same goal and we can all be minded with the same mind.
That's right.
Come on, give me that Beth Malakim. They call it the book of 2 Kings, chapter 10 and verse 18. Listen to the book.
And Yahuah gathered all the arm and said to them, Achab served Baal a little. Yahuah served him much. Now call to me all the Nabaim of Baal,
He said, call to me all the Nabaim of Baal.
all his Abadim and all his Kohanim.
So call all the ones who Nabuah, all the ones who prophesy, all the seers of Baal. And not just them, but call the servants too. Call the servants.
Do not let the Ish be lacking, for I shall have a Gadol sacrifice for Baal.
I'm gonna throw a big old sacrifice. It's gonna be something good. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna throw? I'm gonna throw a ball. I'm gonna throw a ball for Baal. Come on.
Whoever is missing shall not Kai, but Yahuah did it in cunning, so that he might destroy the Abadim of Baal.
So he did it with a plan. He said, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call them all here, but they're not gonna know. I'm gonna tell you, hey, y'all, come on, this is for Baal. We're gonna throw a big old shebang for Baal. And I don't want nobody to miss it. Make sure y'all all come. But he had a different plan. They thought they would come for one thing, but the man had another plan against them. Come on.
And Yahuah said, Kodash in assembly for Baal, and they proclaimed it. Then Yahuah Shalach through all Yasharal and all the Abadim of Baal came.
Matter of fact, read that verse. What verse you at?
That was just 21.
21. Read that 21 again.
Then Yahuah Shalach through all Yasharal and all the Abadim of Baal came.
So the message went through all of Yasharal, and what did the worship of the Baal do?
And all the Abadim of Baal came.
Some of them.
All.
All of them. You know why all of them would have came? Because they knew this is for our mighty one. This is for the one that we worship. So the thing is even if you take that and let's look at this is what they did for somebody who was false. This is what they did for an idol god. So now we look at us serving the only true and wise creator. What should we be doing when he calls for us to come for his moad?
That's when it comes.
Every one of us supposed to be there. So we have it removed. So the thing is if they would do that for their false Elohim because they truly believed in it, then what should we be doing if we say we truly believe? We should all be appearing before him. Now, if we don't appear before him, then guess what that's going to have to mean? We don't truly believe. We missed the mark. We've gotten failure. And he never wanted us to fail. That's why he gave us the writings. But that's not what I wanted. But come on, listen to the book.
So that there was not an Ish left who did not come. And when they went,
He told you there was not a man left that didn't come. Every man came. Matter of fact, Yahuah told you, he said 3 times in a year, who's supposed to come? All the males. So he told you, and what did he tell about the worship of the Baal? He told it one a man left. There wasn't now one man who wasn't there. That was the worship of Baal. They all came and appeared. Come on.
and when they went into the Beth of Baal, the Beth of Baal was filled from one end to the other.
They had all filled the room. They had crowded themselves so much because they had this excitement for their creator. Come on.
He said to the one who was over the wardrobe, bring out vestments for all the Abadim of Baal. And he brought out garments for them. And Yahuah went into the Beth of Baal with Yahuah Naabab, the ben of Rechab, and said unto the Abadim of Baal.
You know what? Not only did they come in, not only did they all come, but they packed the room so tightly. And you know what else they did? They all put on the same garment. They said, you know what? Bring in clothes for them. You know why? Because I want to make sure they all got on the same thing. So the thing is, you look at that and how did that work for us? The thing is, you know what you should never do? There's no way that I'm going to let somebody serve a false deity better than I'm going to serve the true one. So the thing is if you will do all that for your false God, what will I do for my true creator, my true sustainer of all? Why wouldn't I not be coming in to make sure I'm hearing the word? Why would I not make sure that I'm clothed with the same thing? Now, we'll come back. Matter of fact, we'll go there. Hold me, Lee, hold me Romans 13 and hold me 13 and 11. But why would I not make sure that I'm also clothed with the same thing? You know, one of the things that preacher said before, he talked about, I need my Hakeem. I need y'all dressing better. Y'all can't be dressing down. Matter of fact, I told a preacher yesterday, I said, when I saw a preacher come in and he had that sweater vest on with that shirt, I said, okay. I said on a Friday night, I said, That made me want to step it up even better. You did it on a Friday. Now, granted, you know, Shabbat day, you want to put your Shabbat day best on. They'll call it your Sunday best on a Sunday, but you want to put your best on the Shabbat. But when I saw him do it on a Friday, I said that made me even more minded to say, you know what? I want to make sure I give him even. Well, let me take it up another step. Let me take it up another notch. I'm not going to walk backwards. Let me walk up to it. Come on.
And he said to the Abadim of Baal, search and see that there is here with you none of the Abadim of Yahuah, but only the Abadim of Baal. Then they went in to offer sacrifices and burnt offerings.
Matter of fact, let me ask you something. Who was it that the messenger went out to call? All the worshipers of Baal. But he said, make sure ain't none of the worshipers of Yahuah here. Now the thing is if a lot of stuff that we get so we get invited to, and then we get so passionate about, oh, I want to make sure I go through to this. How do you know who that Baal is for? Right. How you know who that part in that event was for? How you know that one when they parties for Baal? That's right. How you know they didn't throw that event for Baal? But you're so set on, oh man, they invited me, I want to go too. But guess what? Guess what's going to happen if you find yourself at the wrong party? You're going to die. You're going to die. Come on.
Now, Yahuah had set for himself 80 Anashim outside, and he said, the Ish who lets, if any of the Anashim escape, whom I bring into your yard, his Kai for his Kai.
He said men outside. He told me, he said, you let anybody escape. He said, life for life. If you let them escape and if they don't die, you're going to die. So now you look at it like this. There's a man that's on your heels right now. And guess what's going to happen? He's going to be killing everybody who's a worshiper of Baal. And he's not going to let any one of them escape. So now if I look at that and I know what he's going to do to the worshiper of Baal, there's no way I can find myself being caught up with the things of Baal. I can't be caught up wearing the clothing of Baal. I got to be clothed with who? You got to be clothed with Yahusha HaMashiach. Go ahead, keep reading. We'll jump back over in a second.
And it came about when he had finished offering the burnt offerings that Yahuah said to the guard and to the royal officers, go in, kill them.
He said, go in and kill them. Go in and kill them folks.
Do not let any come out.
Don't let nobody escape. Now one of them going to escape. Because what did he tell them? Life for life. So I can't let you escape because I'm going to die. You think I love you so much that I'm going to give myself for you? No. I got to kill you. Come on.
And they killed them with the edge of the sword. And the guard and the royal officers threw them out and went to the of the Beth of Baal. And they brought out the sacred pillars of the Beth of Baal and burned them. And they broke down the sacred pillars of Baal and broke down the Beth of Baal and made it an outhouse to this Yom.
So the thing is not only it wasn't enough for me to just to kill you, but you know what else I wanted to do? I want to destroy all the things of Baal. I want to make sure that everything that was dedicated and the people who had dedicated themselves to Baal, that I got rid of all of them. You know, we were reading about about Dagon. You know what? He kept breaking down Dagon. That's to say that, and the thing is that they kept putting it back up because they wanted to keep holding on to it. So guess what would have happened had he not killed all the worshipers of Baal? They'd have went right back to it. They'd have said, okay, some of us died, but the ones that have still been left, they would have tried to put it back up. Had they not went out there and destroyed the stuff and made it a outhouse, a dung hill, guess what they would have done? They would have kept trying to clean it back up. Let me build it back up. Let me keep trying to make it and form it and fashion it. So when Yahuah keep breaking down stuff in your life, why do you keep trying to go back and form it and fashion it?
Right.
I've destroyed these things. These things can't help you. Why am I so fixated on having these things that I'm putting this over him? Just like we talk about with that race, you keep going back to things that can't profit. That's why he told you these people trust in lying words that can't profit. They trust in a lying Elohim. He couldn't even profit them.
Right.
I'm in the Beth of my Elohim, but he can't keep me. Right. How that's gonna work? I'm coming in to keep a feast for you. I'm coming in and throw this big old shebang for you. I'm in your house. I got you in here because they had formed and fashioned their stuff. So they had him in there, but he can't keep him. What good is it for him? It ain't no good. They should have been able to see that. But it was too late because they were dead. Come on.
Yeah. And Yahuah eradicated Baal out.
He did what?
Eradicated Baal out of Yasharal.
He totally removed it out of Yasharal. So that's the thing. That's the whole purpose of why the word keeps coming. The word is coming. Matter of fact, we read, what is that? Yahuah, the first chapter of Yahuah told you about when that light came in, and it told you that darkness didn't overtake it. You know what happened? The light instead drove out the darkness. So now, guess what guess what he allowed Yahuah to do? He allowed him to drive out the darkness. The darkness of Baal, he eradicated it out of Yahusha, because this is my house. I'm not gonna let you have this filthy thing, this defiled thing in my house, in my land, in my Beth. That Beth, that's the house, the land, the family. I don't want it in any one of those. So now, if we want to become the Beth of Elohim, guess what we're gonna have to do? You want him to come and dwell in you? He got to drive out. He got to drive and totally eradicate the things that you've been holding on to. He's got to totally eradicate the ball that you got inside of you. Come on. Go ahead and give me that 13th chapter of the book of Romans, about verse 11.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
They did like this because that you yada the hour, for it is already time to wake up from the sleep.
Matter of fact, you know what? He'd have told them, oh, hey, come on. We're going to have a ball for ball. Guess what they would all had to know? When the ball was going to be. They didn't have to know the time. I got to know when it is that I need to be coming and appearing. So now he's telling us that we know the time.
Yes, sir.
So now we know what we got to be doing. It's a time of preparation coming. Just like we talked about that race, every race, you know what they got? They got a start time. All right, we're getting ready for the 4x100. Everybody get ready. Everybody's got to come, regardless of where you at. You got to come to the line, because I know the race that I'm supposed to be running. So the thing is if I know the time, guess what I got to be doing? I got to be prepared for the time, because my opportunity is fast approaching. Right. And if I'm not prepared when the opportunity comes, I can never achieve the true reward. Not only that, I can't even compete to try to achieve it. You're trying to compete for eternal life.
Right.
See that one, Ian? That one missed you. You a little bit over, that spit with a caution. Come on.
For our Yeshua is now near from the Yom that we came to among.
That time is nearer than when we first believed. A lot of us, we had a lot of stuff that we did back when we first believed. Back when we first believed, a lot of transition stuff that we made, but now we're even closer to that Yom of Yeshua. We're even closer to that Yom of judgment. Matter of fact, get me Abarim 9:27 real quick. The thing is, this is what we got to look at. A lot of time that we had when we were out there, that time is gone now. Even the people that come now, you look at the transition that a lot of us were able to make over time when we first came. A lot of us had a lot of time. A lot of patience was given to us. And then even the transition that we made as a whole, there was a lot of patience that was given to us. But now, look at where we at now. That Yom is even more fast approaching than when we first believed. So now, I can't give you that time. You might feel like, oh man, why you cut me off so quick? Because it's nearer than when we first believed. It's way nearer than when I first came in. It's way nearer than any one of us first came in. So now we can't afford to play and mess around with it, because you know what happened? You're gonna miss the opportunity. Come on, give me that Abarim 9:27. Listen to the book.
And as it is appointed for the B'nai of Anashim of Edom to moot one time.
He told you, and as it is appointed. So we have an appointed time. Just like we talked about it before. I had said it before in the message, and I was looking at it, and I don't think I thought about it until we saw it there. But the word Moad, that's an appointed time. That's an appointment. The thing is, we say Muad for thinking it's a feast, but no, it's just an appointment. He's constantly reminding us about the fact that there's an appointment that's coming. There's a set time that we all need to be prepared for. And the thing is, he told us, hey, it's an appointed time for us to all die. And what's going to happen after that?
And after this comes Mashpat.
And after this comes the Mashpat. Guess what we're going to have? It's judges waiting on the other side to tell you who won and who lost. It's a man waiting to tell you whether you got success or whether you got failure. So now, if I know what's an appointment, if I know what's on the other side of that, then what I need to do? I need to be prepared. And that's what you got a chance and opportunity to do right now. Jump back over, give me that 13th chapter of the book of Romans. What verse I had you at?
I just finished 11.
All right, give me at verse 12. Listen to the book.
The Layla passed.
The night is past.
And the Yom is near.
And the Yom is near. We're so close up on it. The thing is, you know what I'd be a fool to do? I'd be a fool to quit when I can see the finish line. I'd be a fool to quit when it's right there. The thing is, if I done went and I surpassed all these other challenges that's come before me, why would I quit now? Right. This is the thing. A lot of times you start quitting and you start fainting and failing based off the fact of I look at how much further I got to go. You know what you should be looking at instead of that?
How close?
Look at how close I am. Look at how far I've come from where I started. I'd be a fool to go back now. You think I'm gonna go back to the starting point?
Right.
It's a 13-mile race. I'm on mile 11. I'm like, whew. I don't think I can make it. I got 2 more miles. How many miles have I already ran?
Right.
I done ran this far, and I'm gonna throw it all away. I'm gonna give it all up now. I'd be a fool to quit. If anything else, but the fact that I've gone this far, that's gonna encourage me to keep going to the end.
Right.
You can't falter, you can't faint. So the thing is your life is a race. Make sure that you don't falter and you don't faint, because you're closer to the end than you even know.
Right.
All you got to do is keep going and keep enduring. You can quit, but you're gonna miss out. And everything that you've done, everything that you sacrificed, gonna be for nothing.
That's right.
Come on, Lee.
Therefore, please let us put off the works of Kashak.
He told you, please, cast off the works of Kashak. Because what did they all put on? They all put on the vestment. All the worship of the Baal put on the same thing. So guess what? Everybody that's not going to be saved, they all got on the same thing. And you know what they all clothed with? They're not clothed with a vestment for Baal. They're clothed with darkness. But what did he tell you about with the darkness?
And therefore, please let us put off the works of darkness.
He told you, take it off. Take it off. Take off the behavior that you've been clothed with, because every dress has a what? Behavior. Has a behavior. So if I know that I'm trying to go into a place of light, then what do I need to put on? Now I can wear darkness and I can still come because I'm gonna be dressed appropriately. No, I'm gonna be dressed. You know what happened when you go to big events? Everybody's dressed up. You're putting on your best. So the thing is naturally, if I am not dressed for the occasion, you know what I'm gonna feel when I walk in? I'm gonna feel out of place. I'm gonna feel embarrassed. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna leave. I'm gonna do one or two things. Either one, I'm gonna leave, or I'm gonna get to the back and I'm gonna try to hide. You know why? Because I know I'm insufficient. Right. Matter of fact, you know what happened with You know what happened with Adam and Yahuah? When they knew they were naked, they went and hid themselves, because you know what they had now put on? The works of darkness. So now they went to go and hide themselves, because guess what had come into the garden when they heard? Matter of fact, he told you about they heard it, but you know what really they should have said? They saw light had come in. Light had now come back into the alarm. Yahuah had now came back. And now because they were not dressed appropriately, they went to go and hide because their dress came from a behavior. So that in itself solidifies the fact of dress has a behavior. So now, guess what happens when Yahuah comes back and the light comes, but you're clothed in darkness? You can't come where I'm going. You can't come to my party. Guess what? You know what it's going to be in the Shamaim, in the Malkuth? It's going to be a party that never ends. That's right. That's a party. The thing is, everything that we have right now, even the Moab, the appointed times we have, the cogs that we have, the festivals, these are our practice. These are our practice for something that's going to happen forever and ever. These are all things he gave us to get in preparation mentally and physically to be able to see what it is that we're going to have with him. This is a festival that's never going to end. Matter of fact, when preacher was talking about it yesterday, and he talked about how Yahusha didn't take the cup with them. He told you that with desire, he had a desire to take it. But you know what he was going to eat and drink with them again?
Do in the Malkuth.
In the Malkuth. You know why? Because that's a festival. That's a cog. We all going to be eating and drinking there. That's right. Come on. Listen to the book.
And put on the armor weapons of Yahuah.
He's telling us to put on the weapons of Yahuah. Put on light. Cast off the darkness and put on the light. Now he's telling us to put on the same thing as who? As Yahusha, just like the one. That's why the things that were written aforetime were written to teach us, to show us how to be like who? Be like Yahuah and Yahusha, because what are they? Light. They're light. If we had time, we would have went back. We could have went Yahuah. We could have went the first chapter of the book Yahuah. We could have went the third chapter of the book Yahuah. We could have went to all of Yahuah. It didn't even matter, because the thing is, you know what he kept telling us over and over and trying to get us to understand? That he was light. And light had come into the world. But you know what people won't do? They won't come to the light. Why won't they come to the light? Because their deeds be made manifest. And matter of fact, the reason why they don't want to come and their deeds be made manifest is because they rather have the darkness rather than the light. Right. You know why? Because the darkness gives you comfort. There's a lot of things I can do when the darkness is here. Yeah. Matter of fact, if we cut the lights off, if somebody got an itch, you can scratch that itch. You know why? Because who's going to judge it? Nobody, because can't nobody see you. Right. If you want to dig in your nose, you can do that, because nobody going to judge you. You can put on or take off whatever you want to, because nobody can see you. But now when the light comes, guess what you have? I got a higher responsibility, because now somebody who can see me, I'm held accountable based off the things that I've done. That's what happened with the word. You can't hold on and keep doing the same thing that you did in darkness, because now I'm in light. So now I'm accountable. I have a higher responsibility for the things that I've heard. Yep. So you got no ability to be able to still be in darkness. That's why he told you to cast off the works of Kashak and put on what, Lee?
Put on the armor weapons of Yahuah.
And put on the armor weapons of Yahuah. So now he didn't even just tell you to put on. What did he tell you to put on?
Put on the armor
the
weapons.
armor weapons of Yahuah. Just like we talked about it before, the 12th chapter of the book of Romans, about verse 21, tells you, be not conquered with darkness, but do what? Conquer darkness with your light. So the thing is he's telling you to put on the armor weapons of light. So that meant if that light was an armor to me, then what do I have to be minded to know? It's going to be some things that's going to try to come and attack me. It's going to be some things that's going to try to come in and come against me. But through the light that he's put on me, guess what I have? I got an armor. So now the thing that thought it was going to be able to take me, I'm going to overtake it because I got an armor of light. So now you can't pierce me with the fiery darts of Satan.
Right.
You know why? Because it's an armor on me.
Yeah.
Just like, matter of fact, you know what? When Daud went out to go fight Goliath, what did Shaul try to give him? He tried to give him his armor. But what did Daud do? He didn't take it because they hadn't been tried. Right. Now I'm gonna tell you, guess what? Matter of fact, it takes too long. Matter of fact, you know what Yahusha had on? The armor of Yahuah. That's why he's telling us, you know what he's telling us right now? He's basically giving us the same clothing that Yahusha had on. He's telling us to put on the same thing as Yahusha. You know why? Because if he was able to wear these things and he was able to accomplish certain victories, then guess what I gotta know if I put on the same thing that he had on? I can get the same victory. If I go through the same training regimen that he had, then I can do the same things and fulfill the same things that he had. Because what'll make us different? Nothing. That's what we started off talking about. That's that. Right. The thing is what we have with the word is it gives us a chance to be able to take off our inability and put on ability. That's to take off the works of darkness, take off the things, the commonality of the world, and put on the things of him. Because if I see as much as he has suffered in the flesh, he's trying to give us a chance to be able to see. I suffered. You suffered? Guess what? I suffered. So now what he tell us to do? I heard you, Lee.
Likewise.
Arm yourself like us with the same mind. He's telling us, be just like me. You want to win?
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, you want to win?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you want to really win?
Yes, sir.
Y'all like awards?
Yes, sir.
Y'all like big prizes?
Yes, sir.
Like real big. Guess what you're gonna have to do? Put on the whole armor and arm yourself likewise with what?
Same purpose.
With the same mind. So guess what? The victory that Yahusha got, guess what you can get? Not nothing different. You can get that same victory. That's my time. How do you?
You are listening to Dr. Evie.